Our first trip of 2024 was a 2-night city break to the historic UK city of Chester, and after a fairly lengthy train journey we wanted to pack in as much as we could. And this city dates back to Roman times, when it was the Roman town of Diva, and its Roman origins are pleasingly evident and accessible for visitors to experience. Be it the city walls, which you can still see the Roman blockwork and ditch, or the Roman amphitheatre, which saw gladiatorial combat nearly 2000 years ago, or even an ancient Roman shrine to the goddess Minerva close to the banks of the River Dee. Roman artefacts and findings from excavations around the city are on display in the city's Roman gardens, and modern Chester still retains much of the layout of the original Roman settlement. The main city area is within a complete circuit of defensive walls. The Roman foundations remain visible in places and were added to later during Anglo-Saxon and medieval periods. You can walk the entire 2-mile long circuit of the city walls, which is definitely well worth your time. The walls are easily accessed and there are very few slopes and steps too. And we'll show you more of this wall walking experience in a separate and dedicated video in our Walking the Walls playlist. Chester is famed for its shopping precinct, which has the incredible rows. These 2-level rows of shops are thought to be the oldest surviving dedicated shopping precinct in the whole of Europe, and they date from medieval times, and each shop has a long and sometimes colourful history. And of course the shopping is very good also. It's safe to wander the rows undercover and looking for some real bargains, or great alehouses, or somewhere nice to eat. And talking of food, Chester Old Market Hall is now a wonderful place to enjoy street foods, as well as locally brewed craft beers, gins and wines. It gets quite busy though, but does have quite an atmosphere. The city has a really vibrant feel and really comes alive at night, with revellers enjoying the diverse and friendly nightlife. It would be wrong not to participate. Beers anyone by a roaring fire? Thank you. Ooh, cocktails too. Well, go on then. For something a little more sophisticated, there are some lovely wine bars and dining options on Godstall Lane, right in the heart of the city, and said to be Chester's romantic district. So much more to see though, and no trip to Chester should miss out the incredible Chester Cathedral. Over 1,000 years old, this cathedral, its resplendent architecture, the beautiful stained glass and the stunning chancel area, well, they're guaranteed to make your jaw just drop. And in a link to our previous video about Whelan Beck, the cathedral also has a shrine to St Verberd, and we can confirm that we saw no geese here also. And the acoustics inside the cathedral are incredible, and whisk your mind back to a time when monks would be chanting as they prayed. A popular activity is to take a riverboat up the River Dee. These half-hour trips are not expensive, just £8.50 per adult, but it does pay to check their website before turning up, as we found them closed for boat maintenance for the duration of our entire visit. We did find that Chester does have a pretty canal district though. This was great canalside walking, interspersed with cafes and pubs. What's not to like? And in a link to our next trip in February, we found that Chester also has its own super trees, and these are located in a regenerated roundabout and underpass complex, and it really is an oasis of nature. It's pretty, pleasant, beautiful murals all over the walls, planted gardens, and of course the fabulous super trees. Wow, that was a lot to pack into a couple of days, but Chester really was a huge heap of fun, even on a dull January weekend, and we really enjoyed it. And we also got to meet up with some like-minded locals who also run a brilliant travel-based YouTube channel. Thank you Wills and Rach at Postcard and a Pint, check them out. So that's it, Chester, brilliant. Thank you very much Chester, our thirst for historical fun has been fully quenched.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.